The deepest part of our planet isn't on land. It's not in space. It's beneath the surface of the ocean, where sunlight has never touched and pressure crushes steel like paper. Down there, familiar shapes disappear. Eyes grow too large. Mouths stretch too wide. Bodies glow, vanish, or twist into forms that feel wrong, almost unreal. This is not a place designed for animals as we know them. It's a place that reshapes life itself. And as we descend, the ocean stops creating animals and starts creating something else entirely. The last place light ever reached our journey begins where light dies. At about 200 meters below the surface, sunlight fades to nothing. Colors disappear. Red goes first, then yellow, then blue. Eventually, the ocean becomes a permanent night. In this darkness, eyes should be useless. But instead, many creatures evolve bigger eyes. Some have eyes larger than their own brains. Why? Because even the faintest glow, a flicker from another creature, can mean survival. Here, animals don't see shapes. They see signals, tiny flashes of light, like stars in a black sky. So life adapts. Fish grow massive pupils. Squid develop eyes the size of dinner plates. Some creatures abandon vision entirely and let darkness win. Scientists still don't fully understand how these eyes process such little light. What we do know is this: in the deep ocean, darkness doesn't remove vision, it warps it, and this is only the beginning. Pressure that should kill everything. As we descend further, a new force takes control. Pressure every 10 meters down adds the weight of another atmosphere, pressing inward. At great depths, the pressure is like having an elephant balanced on every square inch of your body. Bones should shatter, organs should collapse. But deep-sea creatures don't fight pressure. They surrender to it. Instead of rigid bones, many have soft, jelly-like bodies. No air-filled spaces, nothing to crush. Some fish look melted, like unfinished shapes drifting through the dark. This isn't an accident, it's survival through flexibility. But this raises a larger question. Why do so many deep-sea creatures look unfinished, distorted, almost broken? Because pressure doesn't reward strength, it rewards yielding. And the deeper we go, the more familiar rules stop applying. When food is rare, normal is a luxury. In the deep ocean, food doesn't arrive on schedule. There are no plants, no sunlight, no steady supply of energy. Most meals fall from above, dead animals drifting down like snow. Scientists call it marine snow. Sometimes it takes weeks or months before anything edible appears. So deep-sea creatures adapt in disturbing ways. Mouths grow oversized, stomachs stretch beyond normal limits. Some fish can swallow prey larger than themselves because the next meal might never come. Teeth curve inward, forming cages. Once food enters, it never escapes. This isn't greed, it's desperation, written into anatomy. But scientists still don't know how often these creatures actually eat. Some may survive on a single meal for years. In a world where hunger is constant, evolution stops caring about beauty. It creates survivors. When hiding becomes impossible down here, there's nowhere to hide. No reefs, no plants, no shadows. So instead of camouflage, many creatures choose a stranger solution. They glow. Bioluminescence, light produced by living bodies, fills the deep ocean. Some creatures use it to attract prey. Others use it to confuse predators. Some may use it to communicate, though we're not sure how. The anglerfish dangles a glowing lure like a hypnotic trap. Jellyfish pulse with ghostly light. Squid release glowing clouds to vanish into darkness. But here's the unsettling part. We still don't know everything bioluminescence is used for. Some flashes don't match hunting or defense. They may be messages we can't decode. Signals in a language older than humans. What if the deep ocean isn't silent, just speaking in light? Bodies that shouldn't exist. As we descend deeper still, shapes become less recognizable. Transparent heads, rotating eyes, organs visible from the outside. Some fish have no scales. Some have no eyes. Some barely resemble fish at all. The rules that define animals on land, symmetry, proportion, balance, don't apply here, because evolution doesn't care what looks right. It only cares what works. This creates a haunting realization. Monsters aren't created by chaos. They're created by logic, pushed to extremes. Yet even now, scientists argue over what many of these features actually do. Some organs have no clear purpose. Some adaptations seem excessive, which leads to an unsettling thought. Are these creatures fully understood or only partially explained? Life without time. In the deep ocean, time behaves differently. Temperatures barely change. There are no seasons, no day, no night. Some creatures grow incredibly slowly. Others live far longer than expected. Certain deep-sea animals may live hundreds of years. Sharks older than entire civilizations. But why? Scientists suspect that slow metabolism helps conserve energy. But this theory doesn't explain everything. Some deep-sea species show almost no signs of aging. Others stop developing early and remain frozen in time. What does life mean when time barely moves? And what happens when something ancient watches us descend into its world? The deepest unknown at the deepest points of the ocean, places we visited fewer times than the moon, life still exists. Creatures cling to hydrothermal vents. They feed not on sunlight, but on chemicals rising from the earth itself. This rewrites everything we thought we knew about life. If organisms can survive here in darkness, pressure, and poison, where else could life exist? Scientists still don't know how many deep-sea species remain undiscovered. Some estimates suggest we've seen less than 10%, which means the most extreme forms of life on Earth may still be waiting, unseen, unrecorded, unimaginable. Wonder, not answers. The deep ocean doesn't create monsters because it's cruel. It creates them because it's honest. Down there, survival strips life to its core. Beauty becomes optional. Familiarity disappears. What remains are forms shaped by pressure, darkness, hunger, and time. And as strange as they seem, they are reminders that Earth is far larger than our comfort zones, that most of our planet remains unexplored, and that the line between animal and monster depends entirely on where you stand. We like to think we understand life on Earth, but beneath the waves, the planet is still keeping its secrets, and perhaps it always will.